I got pregnant by my friend with benefits, and he forced me to keep it. Now I hate being a mom. I know this will make me seem bad and all, but above all I really just need a place to vent. I can't talk about it with my friends or family, nor do I really want to. I'm 27, and I've had a friend with benefits situation with a guy I went to college with. Let's call him Mark. We were both young and not ready for a relationship. Then I got pregnant. I told Mark about it since I wanted to discuss our options. Abortion, adoption, or even giving him custody if he wanted to. I never wanted kids, so I'd be fine with any compromise. However, Mark didn't take it well. I remember him insisting we could make it work, especially since we were both in our last year of college. He wanted to get married and for us to be a family. I refused. He got his family involved. They called and texted me all the time, even showing up at my part-time job. I know I have no one to blame but myself, but I gave up. I had too many things going on at that time, like the loss of my mother, the stress with the rest of the family, and some stuff going on with my best friend that I won't get into. I remember feeling horrible, but I relented and agreed to keep the baby, although I still refused to get married to Mark. Now we have a 5-year-old daughter together. I'm a mess. I never wanted kids, and although I'm trying, I can't feel any motherly love for her. What makes it worse is that she's genuinely a good kid. She doesn't throw many tantrums, she's always kind, and she doesn't expect much. I feel guilty for hating her. I feel bad all the time. I only get to have her on the weekends, and Mark has her every other day, but that doesn't make me feel better. She talks about wanting to see me and her dad together, but I just can't. I screamed at her once when she drew a little picture of me and Mark holding hands. I apologized after, but I still felt so guilty. I don't know what I'm doing. I just needed to write everything down and get it off my chest. I know I'm a bad mother, I know it. But I don't know how to be better. I don't even know if I want to be better. I just want to give up my parental rights, but even the thought makes me feel even worse. I'm stuck in a hell of my own making. I know I should have fought harder and probably just aborted her. Damn me for being weak, I guess. Update. Some things have happened, and I need to write them down, maybe even get some insight. I'll call my daughter Abby for the sake of this post. I ended up telling Mark about my desire to change the custody arrangement and maybe even removing my parental rights. Many people here agreed that it's the best choice, both for me and for Abby. He didn't take it well and actually texted me about it throughout the week. He insisted we could work out whatever was bothering me. We agreed a while ago that texting is okay, but calls are for emergencies only. So when he called me on Friday evening and pleaded with me to come see Abby, I agreed. This is what I really need to talk about. I've seen Abby cry before, but this was something else. She had a complete meltdown, screaming and crying once I got there. She just clung to my leg and screamed at me not to leave her. Why did I want to leave her? What did she do wrong? I cried. I was honestly horrified with how badly she reacted. Mark's mom ended up telling Abby that I was planning on leaving her and she's not going to go to my house this weekend. I had to take Abby to my place sooner than expected, and Mark actually spent the night over as well. He said he's too concerned with Abby and with me to leave us alone. I'm completely lost. Even with the way I said that I want to give up my parental rights, I just can't do it now. The image of Abby crying and pleading with me not to leave is just stuck in my mind. I feel hopeless about the entire situation. Currently, I'm laying with Abby on the couch and she's watching TV. She hasn't really left my side since yesterday. I'm used to her pointing at the TV while talking about her favorite characters of whatever cartoon is on. Right now, she's just laying by my side and staying quiet. I can hear Mark moving around in the kitchen. He called in sick to work and said he's staying here for the weekend. I have no idea what to do. And I'm sorry, but I no longer want to leave Abby. That's not an option anymore. Edit. I'd just like to edit and ask for some suggestions about online therapy. What sites do I look for that I'm sure will help me and don't cost too much? Mark is already looking into therapists for Abby in the area, but I'd like to ask for some individual therapy I could attend online. Maybe even suggestions for child therapists online in case Mark doesn't find anyone. Update 2. I'm not sure if people are still interested in what's going on here, but here goes. Writing everything down helps me keep track of things, and I also want to hear people's thoughts. For anyone wondering how Abby is doing, she seems to be doing okay. She's still a little clingy with me, but she's back to her happy self. We've been observing her behavior closely and Mark decided that a therapist isn't needed. I'm not sure I agree with that, but Abby really does seem to be feeling all right. And for anyone wondering about Mark's mom, she's had no contact with Abby since what happened, though Mark has been talking with her. I've been trying to read all the comments people left on my last posts. What was written about Mark got me thinking. I haven't actually mentioned it before since I didn't think it was important, but back in college we were both using protection, with me also being on birth control. I do believe the pregnancy was a genuine accident, though I became a bit paranoid after some of the things people wrote. Mark has dated some girls for the past few years as far as I'm aware. We haven't had too much contact though. We would mostly talk about Abby when we did text. Still, the past month has been more than weird for me. We've been talking more. He apologized to me a lot. I can't tell if those apologies were real or not. My best friend told me to keep Mark at arm's length, but it's been hard to do that with him coming over more often on the weekends to spend time with Abby and me. He's been inviting me to his home too, and I went a few times when Abby really begged me to. I'm trying to make sense of the situation, but it's hard. I'll be having my first therapy session tomorrow, so there's that too. All 9. I guess I'm hoping for some help in the comments? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'll try to answer any questions people might have for me. I know this post is probably kind of a mess. Update 3. Hi. I don't know if anyone is going to read this, but I have been getting some private messages with people asking about me, so I figured I could make an update. I've been going to therapy. It's been difficult. Everything was alright at first, to be honest. Me and my therapist got to grow comfortable around each other. I think she's nice. We've been talking about my issues way more recently. Safe to say, it's kinda sad to realize how shitty my life has really been since the start. I've been taking my new medication for a few weeks, but I'm not sure it's making a difference. For anyone wondering, yes, Abby has been seeing a therapist for about 2 months now. I put my foot down about it for once. Felt weird. Abby's been happier, I think. Me and her therapist occasionally chat about her progress, and he's been giving me some tips about what Abby wants. We've been spending more time together. I have alternative weekends with her now. She's good at solving puzzles. She likes octopuses for some reason. When I walk around the house, she'd attempt to trip me by walking around my legs. Like a cat, I think. It doesn't work, but she keeps trying. I'm doing the same thing with her that my mom did with me. Cooking is an important skill. For now, she gets to watch me in the kitchen and see how I prepare things. I think I'll let her start giving suggestions and start asking what the proper steps are to making a meal. We're gonna wait a bit before she starts helping around. I'm sure that some people wonder what happened to Mark. Nothing, to be honest. I stopped opening the door when he came by. He hasn't really been bothering me. We only really talked when we changed the custody arrangement a bit. We text mainly about Abby again. From what Abby says, Mark's mom has been around again. But I think she's on her best behavior around my daughter since Abby hasn't been asking any weird questions. I'm not sure what else to say. Things are fine otherwise. Maybe I'll update again if anything interesting happens or to tell people how things changed. Thank you for the people that have been reaching out. Commenter, I've thought about you a lot, really happy to see an update. I'm glad you and Abby started therapy, the best decision that could have been made. I'd like to ask, how are you feeling right now about Abby after starting to get professional help for the both of you? How is she feeling now, that you can tell? I wish you and her the best. OP, my therapist explained that I don't hate Abby, not really. I've had a lot of resentment bubbling up inside due to the circumstances and timing of her birth. I've been officially diagnosed with PPD, so that certainly didn't make things better. She encouraged me to take things slow and not feel pressured into immediately becoming an attentive and loving mother. I've been spending time with Abby now more out of my own choice and not because I didn't see any other option. It's been helping. And as far as I can tell, Abby's doing mostly alright. From what her therapist told me, she feels like my protector. She's been seeing for years that I'm sad all the time. When she was being taken care of by my best friend, he'd tell her I'm just having a really bad day/week. She's never really seen me truly happy, so she decided to be the hero that makes me happy. Apparently, she was scared of losing me and the opportunity of making me happy when her grandma told her I was gonna abandon her. Still can't really wrap my head around it. Her therapist has been working with her to let go of that mentality, and it seems to be going all right.